The guards escort the inmates back to the day room. They never notice one of them is missing.
All right, get these boys lined up for the medication.
All right, everybody in the room.
Let's go, gentlemen.
Let's go.
Officer Hunter joins Nurse Clark as she continues making her medication rounds to the other pods in the building. At James Briley's signal, Clanton bursts from the restroom. He hits a button on the control booth, releasing the other inmates. The prisoners take control of C-Pod in barely 3 minutes. Each of the guards relayed how he had been taken hostage and stripped of his uniform. The inmates take the only defense the guards have, their nightsticks, along with their watches, rings, and money. The guards are hogtied and shackled with their own handcuffs. Blindfolded, they overhear the inmates discuss how they need to capture someone in authority.
So the key is just to ignore them, you know? Don't pay any attention to them.
Nurse Clark finishes passing out her medication to the rest of the inmates in Building 1. The exit is through this locked door.
Stay tight, I'll be right back.
Unfortunately, Officer Hunter has misplaced his key. He decides to return to C-Pod, unaware it is now in control of the inmates. Hunter walks right into their arms. Hunter is taken down to the pod's lower tier, where he joins the other hostages. The conspirators need his uniform. They force Hunter to strip to his underwear, then blindfold and hogtie him. The inmates know the security procedures. The inmates lure other guards into C-Pod one by one. They then capture them and take their uniforms. One by one, they are taken hostage. Guards complain they were often assaulted by the inmates. The inmates use their uniforms as a disguise to lure more officers into the trap. The guards tell Lettner James Briley wanted to kill some hostages.
Guards in here. I think we wanted to kill a few of them.
There were too many, Briley said. He was afraid they would become unmanageable. Willie Turner, one of the inmates, talks Briley out of it. They had agreed there would be no murders. Surrounded by convicted killers bent on freedom or revenge, the security staff doubts they will live to see morning. The screams of Nurse Clark stir them to anger, but they can do nothing. Once the inmates no longer have any use for them, the hostages fear they will all be killed. The inmates on death row have taken all the guards in C-Pod hostage. Having all the uniforms and money they need, it is time to make good their escape and get out of Building 1. They move the hostages to a janitor's closet at the end of C-Pod. What seemed like a bomb evacuation had actually been an escape. The guards are now captives, and 6 of Virginia's most notorious killers are free.
A big manhunt underway for 6 convicted murderers who broke out of a state prison in Mecklenburg County, Virginia during the night. The inmates were all on death row. The 6 overpowered guards with homemade knives and drove out with a prison van. They were